What's going on, guys? Matt DIY back in the house coming to you. We got a new project I'm super excited about. I'm going to tell you about that in a minute, but first thing, and you probably noticed in my past couple videos, if you look behind me, we are no longer at the previous house. We're at a new location, and I've got plenty of acres and land out here to do projects like these and anything we want to do here on the channel, so that's exciting. I'm super stoked about it. I can always get into that deeper in another video, but I know most of my views come from external people looking for how-tos and things like that. So, you know, my subscriber base I don't think is super interested in life around here. But if you are, drop a comment down below and we can dive into that in a separate video, why I moved out here, you know, things like that, and we can talk about that. But for this video, we did get a new project purchased from Copart, so super excited to show you guys what it is, and you might already have an idea based on the thumbnail. I also want to just throw out a thank you to those who do watch the how-tos and who get something from them and drop a comment and like that. You know, that's what keeps me going. I really appreciate that. It's nice to see that I've helped somebody, you know, take that step, change their oil, or do something that they haven't been comfortable doing in the past, and you know, gave them that confidence to try something out and do a little bit of work for themselves. So I really appreciate it. Keep the comments coming. I enjoy them. But without further ado, let me jump in here and show you what we got. This is a Copart purchase I wanted at auction right before Thanksgiving. Driver dropped it off here. I haven't even looked at it, dove into it, or anything like that. It's actually snowing, so that's why I'm squinting. But let's go ahead and show you guys what we got. All right, so guys, we have a 2018 Subaru Impreza. So if you guessed it was a Volvo or something like that, because I've worked on a lot of those, you'd be wrong this time. It's actually a Subaru, something I've actually never dealt with before, so it's going to be interesting. Now, there's a reason that I got this project, and the reason, if you look here, is next door. So long story short, I got a family member that works for an organization that runs these cars for you know, their daily work vehicles. They run them out there for the fleet, and they'll run them to a couple 100,000 miles, and then they call it quits, and basically they're done with the car. So I have a source of parts in these old cars, which are not really old. This is 2017, this is a 2018, but this has more miles. But I got to deal with them to say, hey, you know, I'll take your parts cars and use those to rebuild some other cars that I find that still got plenty of life left in them. So this one here actually only has 50,000 miles. I do know that about it. I do also know that it runs and drives, because I watched the driver drop it off, drive it in the driveway, and park it right here. So this is where it sits. So do a quick walk around for you folks and show you what we're dealing with. It is the ice blue or ice silver color. Looking pretty good. Does have a sunroof. And I'll come around front here to the damage. So everything on this side is fine. Fender, everything's good. She did take a blow, as you can see right up here. Man, it is cold out today. I did not anticipate that when I was coming out here to film. Anyways, so we got a bad fender, we got a bad hood, and as you can see, a destroyed bumper cover and a destroyed headlight. So that's all going to be needing replacement. But we got the donor car right over there, all the parts we need on that one, so we are good to go as far as you know, putting this one back together. We will need to get a bumper though, because the bumper on that car isn't the greatest, so I'll need to source a bumper. But everything else I can swap right over and put on here, so this should be a super straightforward repair. I'll show you this side. There's no damage, but just to show you what we're working with. I think the fender actually didn't even really get pushed in. The gaps are pretty good there. Maybe a tad, but we'll take care of that, of course. But this side's completely fine. The tires on it are even pretty good. I don't even know if we needed any new tires. We got Goodyear Assurance on the front and Goodyear Assurance on the back, which means somebody replaced all 4 tires at the same time. They are alloy rims, which is nice. But yeah, so we should be good as far as tires are concerned. All right, so let's dive up here under the hood and just show you what we're working with there, if I can remember how to unlatch it. Okay. So I got the typical 2.0, I believe it is, 4-cylinder. Guys, I don't know much about Subarus. This is going to be a learning experience for me. But since I have the parts, I figured, hey, I'm diving in because it's going to save me a lot of money on these rebuilds. Yeah, looking at the emissions sticker, it doesn't even really say on there. I believe it's a 2.0. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyways, there it is. Nothing got pushed into the engine, so that's all good. The coolant is low, so we might have a radiator issue. Not 100% sure yet. It doesn't look like it was pushed in too much. You can see it was a little bit there. But we may have to do some work replacing a radiator to get this old girl back up and running. But other than that, there's not much damage under here to speak of, so we're good there. Now the fun part is actually diving in the interior, right? See what we can find, start her up, hear her run, things like that. So let me get the key. Gosh darn, it is cold. And what do you say we just start in the rear and see what we got back here. Again, I haven't touched this thing, so I don't know what we're in for. All right, so we got a box of tissues. Oh, cool. We've got actually the plastic piece for the bottom of the bumper there. That's good news. Don't really know. Okay, this comes up. Oh, sweet. Got the spare tire, jack, all that good jazz. That's awesome. That's all still here. Looks like maybe a little compartment over here or something, but again, I'm not a Subaru person, so I have no idea. Looks like it came from Pittsburgh originally. That's actually one of the auctions I got it from. But yeah, I guess not too much to speak of back here. Those seats fold down, so these things actually have a nice amount of room in them for hauling or whatnot. And you know, the organization I get the parts cars from, they run these things a couple 100,000 miles, no issues. So I know that they're good cars and they last a long time. And there's the back seat. Looks like we got something in the back seat over here. Smells good, not too bad. So whoever drove it, you know, took care of it. I don't know what the deal is there. Let's push that back in. What do we got? Chocolate bar. What is this? Toxic waste slime liquor. All right. That, wow. I have never seen one of those before and probably will not be licking it. But we got that. So chances are there was a kid riding back here at one point. But we got no compartment here. And that's all we got there. So let's get up front and see if we can start this thing. I am freezing. It is colder than, way colder than what I thought. Whew. Oh man. Alrighty. Where is that key? Let's fire it up. We won't let it run too long because I don't know the coolant situation. Alrighty. Alright, so let's go ahead and there we go. She fired right up. Turn that off before we get copyright. Let's definitely do not need any AC. Let's see, just see if we can get some heat working or anything there. It appears to be in good shape. Runs great, as you can see. And it also does go into reverse. No problems at all. Nice little backup camera. Neutral, drive. So, you know, gears are no issue. It does have that sports shifter as well. So, I'm not really sure how that works. Not gonna mess with it. Another cool feature this one has, a lot of them don't, or at least the base models, it does have heated seats. So that's nice. There's the steering wheel. Pretty cool. It looks like it has hands-free, lane departure, all that fancy stuff that I don't even have on my car. All the cars I've rebuilt, guys, are newer than my daily driver. That's kind of funny. But I've never dealt with older than 2012, so. And I drive a 2010, so you just never know. Don't really know much about the Subaru system. Yeah, I don't know if it has Apple CarPlay or like what the deal is there. Looks like Charlene might have been the owner. Wild guess. So it looks basic for the most part, but you know. Let's see if I can open these. Probably not gonna get any heat because the engine's cold. Yeah, I mean, not much to speak of. It got a sunroof, which does work. Because I had to close it when it first got here. They left it open. And then, what's up? And then we got the typical, you know, stuff going on up there. Lights. Yeah, nothing to see there. Mirrors. Oh, lighted mirror, that's cool. Glove box is always interesting. Let's see what we got in there. This looks like we got nice. The 18 Impreza owner's manual. Sweet. That's awesome. We've got an extra key. I don't know if this key actually will start the vehicle or not, or if it's just a door key. Yeah, I don't know, but this is from when the car was new and they didn't even really use it because it has new there. But I'll have to try that out and see if it actually starts the car. That's kind of cool. So we got two keys. We got, what is this? Warranty letter. Sirius XM mask. So these folks, you know, had this car during COVID, obviously. Maybe still wore a mask. Those tires aren't on the car anymore. What is this? Oh, this is Barrel Subaru out of Pittsburgh. Just some stuff about them, I guess. Alright, let's put these manuals back in. What do we got in here? Any service records or anything? Sorry, hard to do one-handed. Alright, so we got some tires. Starlink. Quick guide. Maintenance. Eyesight. Huh. Nothing really to see here. I'll clean this up after. That's a Starlink. And what is this? This might be interesting. So we got a service order for a battery. Actually, this. Oh wow. So this thing had a brand new interstate battery put in November of, looks like 2022. All right. In Sewickley, PA. So I know where that's at. Grew up around that area. Awesome. But that's all that's in there, so nothing super interesting. How about the center console? Always fun when you get one to look around. You never know what you're gonna find. I've had some interesting finds over the years. Like not too much. We got a children's museum ticket and a keychain and a bunch of water bottle tabs. I'm not sure what group those are doing, but yeah. Do we have heat? Oh, I'm feeling a little heat, guys, so maybe there is some coolant in this thing, which would be cool. Yes, I am feeling heat. Well, that's cool. That probably means that we've got coolant and the radiator's probably okay. Maybe it's just a little bit low. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. Probably not going to let it run too much longer just because there's really no temp gauge here that I can tell how warm it is. What else we got? Distance looks like average miles per gallon 31. That's pretty neat. How do you mess with what's on the screen here? I have no idea. I have no idea at all how this works. Looks like it has paddle shifters. Interesting. Wow. So it's very sporty. Yeah, no idea if you can change that screen. Maybe you can't change that. Maybe that's like set in stone. But it runs great. There's nothing that doesn't work. Like we got the driver's window. Passenger window, all is good there. Looks like oil was recently changed, due at 58,000 miles, so the oil's good. Genuine Subaru motor oil, that's awesome. So we got a great drivetrain in this thing, only 56,000 miles, which is amazing. Yeah, pretty excited. So next video, we will take the time to disassemble the front end. Probably just tear all the parts off, bumper, everything but the hood, because I store it outside. So we'll keep the hood on it while it's sitting outside and just keep the water out of the engine. But we'll take off the bumper, the headlight, the fender, and then honestly, it should be real straightforward in putting the new parts on. Unless there's some damage I can't really see behind that front end, I think it'll be a pretty straightforward repair. So super stoked about that. Ready to dive into this one. I think it's going to be a nice build. Still idling kind of high, but maybe that's what Subarus do. I don't really know. I never owned one. Half tank of gas it came with. Actually 3/4 of a tank. What more can you ask for, right? But yeah, guys, super stoked about this one. Damage is minimal. We got a parts car right here, same color. Won't have to do any painting. I mean, to me, this is going to be awesome. And I've actually got another parts car coming in white. So we'll be on the lookout for, you know, another silver, another white. We could maybe do 3-4 Subarus out of these two parts cars, and then we're done with them, call them a day, send them to Copart or wherever to get rid of them. But pretty stoked to have all the parts right here already, and it's going to be awesome to rebuild these with that. So, all right, hey, thanks for tuning in, folks. Excited to be back at it here, back in the rebuild, getting Matt DIY back off the ground. Been a lot of stuff happening over the past year, getting moved into a new house, new location. But we got plenty of property now. I can park these cars out here. Nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to say a word, which is awesome. Because I'm going to have the Subaru graveyard out here for a while. So that's pretty cool. But anyways, guys, if you're new here, like the video and subscribe to the channel where I rebuild Copart vehicles, show you how-tos, change oil, tires, all kinds of things. Feel free to check that out. And, you know, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the new Subaru purchase for the rebuild. I'm pretty excited about it, but curious to hear what you guys think, and excited to get back after it. So alrighty, so until next time when we start tearing this one apart, guys, take care and get out there and do it yourself.